Good morning, grade fours, and welcome to another language lesson. Today we're going to be looking at definite and indefinite articles. And it sounds like quite a difficult thing to learn, but actually it's really, really simple. And if you listen very carefully and you listen to the tips and suggestions that I make, you'll see that it's actually very simple. Okay, so let's start off. What is an article? Okay, so basically articles are either definite or indefinite. And basically they combine to a noun to indicate the type of reference being made by the noun. Now that sounds really, really complicated. What does that mean, Mr. Van Straaten? Okay. Really what it comes down to, and the most important thing that you need to remember, is that you get a definite article and an indefinite article. All right. And as it suggests over here, the definite article, the one that we need to remember, is the, and the indefinite article is either a or an. All right, and I'm going to show you later on the slide whether or how you need to use the a or the an. All right, so the indefinite article is either a or an. All right, and as it says in the first part there, it says the article a or an is used when we don't actually specify the things or people we're talking about. All right, so let's have a look what I mean by that with a couple of examples. The first sentence I've got there is, I met a friend. Now, we don't know exactly who that friend is. It could be any friend. We're not specific about what friend it is. It's just a friend. All right. The second sentence there, I work in a factory in New York. All right. Again, New York's a big place. It could be any factory. It's not specific about what factory it is. Right? It's not a specific factory. It could be any factory. It's a factory. And in the last example there, I borrowed a pencil from a passenger sitting next to me. Again, we don't know what. It's not a specific kind of pencil, and we don't specify exactly who this passenger is, whether it's male, female, whether we know them or we don't know them. It's just a pencil and a passenger. All right. Okay. So that's what I mean by when we write in sentences and we don't specify exactly who or what the things or the people are that we're talking about. All right. Now, when do we use a or an? In other words, when do we use that indefinite article a or an? Okay, it's actually, and this is where it gets really, really simple. Okay, the indefinite article a is used before a consonant sound. All right, so in other words, if we talk about a noun that starts with a consonant sound, so for example, dog starts with a D, D is a consonant. We don't say an dog, we say a dog. All right. Second example there, we say a pilot or a teacher. All right. More examples would be a sock, all right, or a teddy, or a pot, or a light bulb. In other words, any noun, right, that starts with a consonant sound. All right. In contrast, all right, using an, all right, we use that before a vowel sound. So, for example, engineer. It's a noun, but it starts with a vowel sound, the e. So we don't say a engineer, we say an engineer. Second example there, elephant. Also starts with the vowel sound e. We don't say a elephant, we say an elephant. And my last example there, athlete. We don't say a athlete, we say an athlete. All right. And again, I'm sure that you can think of other examples of nouns that start with a vowel sound where you would use an and not a. But what about the? All right. Now here, the simple rule is basically that when we are talking about a specific object, all right, a specific person, a specific thing, and both you and the listener knows about it, or knows that person, or knows what you're talking about, we use the. In other words, we're talking about a specific person or thing. So my first example there, it is the car over there is fast. So here, all right, when I'm talking about this, or if you found the sentence, I would probably be pointing to the car because it's a specific car that I'm talking about. It's a specific car that is fast. It's not just any car. All right. And my second example there, the president of the United States is giving a speech tonight. So in that sentence, we use the because we're talking about a specific president. We're talking about the current president, not just any president of the United States. All right. And we used the there because this is a collection, right, of states. All right. So it's not just any United States, it's the United States. So everybody knows that there is what the United States is. That's why we use the. It's not just any United States. All right. So, in summary, then, quickly swap over. Articles. All right. Articles, as it says there, is a word that comes before a noun. Okay. So the examples that I've written up there. The boy. In this case, it's a specific boy we're talking about. It's the boy. All right. If it was any boy we would chosen, we would have written a boy. All right. In my second example there, a bee. It's not any specific kind of bee, it's just a bee. All right. And finally, if you can remember the rule over there, we don't say a apple, we say an apple because this noun starts with a vowel sound. So just to remind you then, a or a we use before a word that has a consonant sound. So in this case, B, we say a bee. And we use before a word that has a vowel sound, in this case, an apple or an athlete or an elephant. And finally, the we use before a specific person, place, or thing. So in this case, the boy, the house, the desk, the pencil. If we're talking about a specific pencil, or in this case, a specific person, place, or thing. Right, that's a really short video of articles. I hope you found it useful. All right, and I hope you've listened carefully enough so that when you get this in a question, you're able to identify what the articles are in a sentence. So if you remember that they can either be the, a, or an, you're sorted. Right, hope you enjoyed this lesson. All the best.